new episode of Sports Nation, we will go to the largest outdoor sports complex in the country, the triathlon park of the capital. We will talk to one of the most titled boxers in Kazakhstan, Ivan Dychko. We will finish our episode with a masterclass in breathing exercises from Kseniya Derevyanko. Walking with the dog, enjoying the greenery and fresh air. It is romantic. Friends, there was nothing here 4 years ago. Now it is the main outdoor sports ground of the country. It is the triathlon park of the capital. In a short time, it has become a favorite place for the city residents, for all people who are somehow interested in sports. The territory of 45 hectares, which includes street ball courts, street workout courts, jogging tracks, football fields, and many other joys for active leisure lovers. Today, we're going to review the triathlon park. Let's go!
Название «Триатлон парк» как бы намекает, что...
By the name Triathlon Park, it is clear that people do triathlon here. There are a lot of swimmers, runners, and bike lovers around me. This sport is not just popular in Kazakhstan, it's a trendy movement in general. Behind me, there are the symbols of the Ironman race. It's an endurance race. The first Ironman in the CIS was held here. Now it's very convenient to keep fit here.
В целом в парке очень много людей, которые поддерживают здесь форму.
Everyone focuses on their weak spot. Some people are not good at cycling, others at swimming. As for me, I'm not good at swimming, so I pay more attention to this activity. How many kilometers have you just swum? 2.5 kilometers. How does it feel? Perfect, I feel good. It gives me energy and increases muscle tone. The first Ironman was held in 2018 and has become traditional since then. The year 2020 became an exception. All sports events were postponed indefinitely, although in many ways it was the pandemic that made the triathlon park particularly popular.
Это абсолютно новая площадка в Триатлон парке.
This is a completely new court in the triathlon park. Just a few months ago, it was an ordinary place under the bridge. There is a bridge over me, a stream of cars. And here we have comfort. There is a food court. The city residents are resting, enjoying the view of the river. It's beautiful. More importantly, we have a street ball court here.
Стритбольная площадка, их 4 штуки.
Street ball is a very popular sport in Nur-Sultan, and such courts are in great demand. Here we have bicycle parking. We also need it because all places are taken. If you can see, an excavator is working over there. In a few months, there will be several more courts like this here. So this is not the final picture. The park is being improved. We see it. It's a great idea, a great court, for kids, for everyone who wants to play basketball. I love it. It'll be cool under the bridge. It's not hot here. You see the coverage, rings, everything's at an excellent level. Every time I drive through, I see people playing here, and it's awesome. It's important that there is a special atmosphere here. You feel as if you were in the home of basketball, at least. An important detail is that the supports of the bridge are painted in a thematic style. Behind me, there is an image of Kobe Bryant, a basketball legend who died tragically in a plane crash in early 2020. It was a street workout court that appeared one of the first courts here. In Kazakhstan, it is an official sport. There is even a specialized federation, and the history of the sport began in 2009. The philosophy of street workout involves its availability. It doesn't require special expensive fitness equipment. I have been doing street workout for about a year. I come here almost every day. I try to run here as well. There are too many people in the evening. How about your biceps? Show me. It's very important that the triathlon park is popular with the city residents. Not only sports fans come here, but everyone who likes to walk with dogs, with other pets. Hello, what is the name of your dog? Can I pet him? Yes, of course. His name is Sky. Sky is so handsome. Do you do speed walking? Yes, we live near the school children's palace. From there, we walk in here and walk in a big circle. In total, we walk 5 kilometers every evening. That's a very good result, but it's not bad. He's 85, I'm 75. That's terrific. How long have you two been together? 53 years together. That's the final point of our review. I don't know if it makes sense or not, but we are near the zoo. This is the heart of the triathlon park. Rabbits, ducks and geese live here. Seriously, we can conclude that all city residents come here and do sports. It's great, it's inspiring. So let's do sports. Next in the episode, there is a big interview with Ivan Dychko. We will talk about family, career plans, and sparring with Klitschko. There are probably no sports fans in Kazakhstan who don't know who Ivan Dychko is. For a long time, the heavyweight boxer from Kostanay region has been winning medals at the highest level, being part of the national team. He has won 2 Olympic bronze medals, 2 silver medals, and a bronze medal at the World Championships. In 2017, Ivan Dychko switched to professional boxing. He managed to hold 9 fights and won 9 early victories. More than a year has passed since the last fight, so for a long time the fans have been wondering what the champion is doing now. Hello, Ivan. How are you? Hello, I'm fine. It's very good. Your fans have many questions. They're wondering where you are now and what are you doing? At the moment, I'm in Nur-Sultan. I'm trying to find myself, and at the same time, I'm training, hoping that the boundaries will reopen and I will be able to box again. What industry, profession are you checking? I'm living mainly in Kostanay. I've arrived at Nur-Sultan. Here I have some friends, so I can visit them, discuss together, get some new acquaintances. I'm looking for an opportunity to prove myself. Is it possible that you will finish your career? I'm still too far from finishing my career. Your last fight was in last July. There have been no fights for a year. What is the reason for that? Originally, I and my team decided to leave my promoter because I was not satisfied with his work. Accordingly, it took time. It took the money. That's why it took a long time. I'm not the first and not the last boxer from the CIS who gets into this situation. It's normal. A lot of sportsmen face this problem and pass this period. I will pass it too, and everything will be fine.
И проходит этот период, и я его пройду, и все будет хорошо.
Вы провели 9
You have had 9 fights in the professional ring, all ended early. How would you assess the level of opponents?
У них достойного уровня.
Уровень из них, я бы не
It
сказал,
was not a serious level.
обычные ребята.
Ordinary guys, not outstanding.
Это была моя обкатка.
It was my run-in, warm-up before the big starts.
Это была моя разминка перед какими-то серьезными стартами.
Are you ready for a serious fight?
Сегодня опять у меня образовалась какая-то пауза.
Since now there is a small pause, as soon as it is over, it will be enough for me to have 2-3 fights, and I will be ready for serious fights.
Находился в Америке.
I was in America, in the southern state of Florida. There are a lot of Mexicans and people from all kinds of nationalities.
Разных национальностей.
I haven't learned English until now. I learned German at school, but when I came there, I started to learn, to talk to locals. I began to communicate more easily with the coach. It wasn't hard for me to live there.
Пообщаться с тренером, с ребятами по команде.
Let us first clarify that you are over 2 meters tall. Yes, 203 centimeters. And how did you get into boxing? Who was the initiator?
Инициатором, ну, если копать туда,
Going a bit further, I have 2 brothers. I'm the youngest in the family.
я самый младший в семье, нас трое, они два старших брата.
There are 3 of us. They're masters of sports and boxing.
Боксом
When I was a teenager, they didn't advise me anything but boxing.
мне, кроме как заниматься боксом, ничего не советовали.
А вот если не бог,
If you were not a boxer, when your boxing career is over, what would you like to do? I have no idea. That's a tough question for me. Maybe I would like to be an entrepreneur. What kind of industry? You can make bricks, building materials.
стройматериалы.
Нет, если так смотреть, я бы хотел выпускать кирпичи.
At this point, I'd like to produce bricks, building materials, produce oil, sell gas.
Опять же, так как я
But I'm lucky to box. I'm involved in my favorite activity.
любимым делом. Поэтому теперь, чтобы мне
So now, for me to start doing something, I have to love it.
что-то это, должно на меня что-то зайти, какая-то мысль, которую я
I
должен...
can't say for sure. I'll have to try everything and do what I will fall in love with.
Скорее всего, нужно будет все попробовать, всего по чуть-чуть и заниматься тем, что ко мне прилипнет.
Владимир Кличко
You
был
were a
вашим,
sparring partner with Vladimir Klitschko. How did this story come about?
Сложилось.
Я был нанятым бойцом. Да, история очень крутая.
I was a hired fighter. It's a very cool story. I liked not just being in the camp, but taking part in the event.
Просто быть именно в лагере.
At that moment, if I had been offered to spar with Vladimir Klitschko, I probably would have paid money for it, and I wouldn't have regretted it.
Наверное, я думал, что если бы мне предложили...
And it was a big luck that he paid me good money for sparring with him. So I was happy.
пожалел бы. А тут мне выпала такая удача, что он мне еще платит
At
хорошие
that time, he was preparing to fight with Tyson Fury. It was 2016.
Я был счастлив. На тот момент он готовился к бою с Тайсоном Фьюри. Это был 2016 год, это было довольно давно.
Как
What
человек,
kind of person is he? He's positive, joyful, funny.
Прикольный.
Иван,
What
скажите,
goals do you
где
set for
вы
yourself in
хотите
professional
на
boxing?
профи-арене?
I want to become the world champion.
Для этого нужно сражаться с топами.
Then you need to participate in top fights. As far as I know, you might have personal scores with Anthony Joshua.
Энтони Джошуа.
Я к нему совершенно спокоен в его сторону.
No, I'm cool. I wouldn't want to take revenge particularly on him. I have a goal to become the world champion. The moment I'm ready to fight for the belt, I will not care with whom, with Joshua or with someone else.
Например, мне будет без разницы, у Джошуа он будет или у кого-то еще.
There is a very strong team of heavyweight boxers. They are Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder, Anthony Joshua. With whom would you like to fight?
Тайсон Фьюри,
Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder, Anthony Joshua. There are a lot of big names. I'd like to fight with everyone. Whom do you like best? Tyson Fury. I like that he is a technical boxer. He is different from all others. He fights for technique. We call such boxers the players. Since I'm also the player, I'm wondering who will win.
Интересно, кто кого переиграет.
What is your wife's attitude to your career?
В вашей карьере какое?
Положительное? Ну, в том плане мы же начали...
It's positive. I mean, we started our relationship
Я уже был боксером. Я уже был...
when I was a boxer. I'm always on the move.
То есть, то нет, и так далее. И все, что
You met her when you were going to the training camp, right?
Я пошел, покупал.
I went to buy tickets to go to my training camp, and she was selling them. She was a manager at a travel agency.
Где продавались такие разные билеты.
Was it love at first sight? No. What do you watch on YouTube?
Последнем на Ютубе я смотрю уроки игры на
The last thing I watched on YouTube was guitar lessons. Once the coronavirus started, I was too lazy to read to develop myself.
Сегодня можно
I had an idea to learn to play the guitar, so 2 months of strict quarantine haven't passed in vain. I can even play the guitar now.
мы сидели дома, не прошли зря. Я теперь что-то могу и на гитаре сыграть.
In 2017, you switched to professional boxing. Do you miss anything from amateur boxing?
Бокса вы скучаете?
No. Were you already bored then?
Было тогда.
Да?
Yes, I was already bored. I participated in 2 Olympic Games.
Перед переходом в профи, насколько мне известно, вы...
As far as I know, you consulted with Gennady Golovkin before going professional. What did he tell you?
Он вам сказал.
Момент такой, то, что как-то так получилось, что мне за неделю пришли 3
It
предложения.
just happened somehow that in 1 week I got 3 offers to go professional. At that moment I was preparing for the 2015 World Cup, preparing for the 2016 Olympic Games. I was confused.
Серику Сапиеву, ну и к другим.
I asked my experienced friends, including Serik Sapiev. They said that maybe Gena would give some advice. He called me, we talked to him, and he said it was important to have confidence. According to him, it is important to decide what you want. If you're ready morally, then you should go ahead. If there's any confusion, then you should stay for the moment.
Ментально, морально переходить, значит, собирай сумку, переходи. Если нет, замешательства, останься пока.
Вот, допустим, если вот смотреть на вас внешне,
Judging from your appearance, you are brutal, strong. Is that true?
что так и есть.
No, I always play the contrast. When I meet new people, I'm always serious. I'm shaved off. I always look straight in the eyes. After some time, I just smile nicely. You're a kind person. Yes. When did you cry for the last time?
Я не знаю, когда я последний раз
I can't remember the last time I cried. I'm particularly sad that I miss my daughter.
момент, когда я бывает по своей дочке скучаю.
Anyway, I'm the kind of person who can't sit still.
Кстати, я тот человек, который не любит сидеть на месте.
One last question. Are you a happy man? Yes, I am. What makes you happy?
Во-первых, то, что я могу
First of all, I can do what I love to do. Secondly, I'm free to move around. Today, I can be here, tomorrow I can be there. I can see the world. Thirdly, I have great parents. They always support me. Mom is a delicate person, and dad is a cool guy.
У меня моя мама тонкая натура, а папа просто крутой мужик.
We say hello to Ivan's parents. You're doing a great job. You have raised such a guy, a real champion, a man of spirit and achievement. Thank you, Ivan, for the interview. We will wait for new fights and victories.
Будьте здоровы.
Next in the episode, an experienced fitness instructor, Kseniya Derevyanko, will show how to do breathing exercises correctly.
Врачи говорят о том, что люди, например,
Doctors say that when people get infected with coronavirus, their upper respiratory tract starts to suffer immediately. Doing sports can help a lot. I emphasize not professional sports, but amateur. It helps to increase the volume of the lungs, strengthen muscles, tighten muscles that are responsible for our breathing, and therefore it is an excellent prevention of complications of coronavirus.
какие-то осложнения после ОРЗ или после того же коронавируса. Ну что, я предлагаю вам комплекс дыхательных упражнений и гимнастики.
Well, I offer you a set of breathing exercises and respiratory gymnastics, which will help you improve the upper respiratory tract, strengthen your lungs. The complex includes exercises that will help you stretch your muscles, which will allow you to take a deep breath and exhale.
Итак, начнем с первого упражнения.
Let's start with the first exercise. If you do it in the room, open a window so that there is fresh air in the room.
Открыть окно для того, чтобы в комнате был максимально свежий воздух. Если вам тяжело стоять,
If it is difficult for you to stand and you have just recovered after pneumonia or other illness, it is better to have your back against the wall or to hold onto with your hand.
поднимите плавно руки вверх. Обратите внимание, что
Put your hands up, pay attention that I'm putting my hands to the sides. In doing so, I'm focusing on opening up the
во
chest.
время вдоха мы сжимаем кулаки и выдох.
Do it with me.
Разжимаем.
When inhaling, we clench our fists. When exhaling, we unclench.
Вдох. Опустили руки. Восстановите
When
дыхание.
exhaling, we unclench. Let's do 8 breathing cycles together. Let's go. Put your hands down, recover breathing and estimate how you feel after the respiratory gymnastics. If you're dizzy, take a long breath and exhale. It is recommended to do this exercise in 3 sessions of 8 repetitions. After that, you can have a rest. Having finished the first exercise, let's start the second one. So do a shoulder circle. In doing so, focus on raising the lungs. Remember that there are muscles that participate in our breathing. These are the intercostal muscles, the diaphragm, the shoulder muscles, and the neck muscles.
Это мышцы плеч и мышцы шеи. Теперь мы с вами сделаем акцент на растяжении этих мышц с легкой ротацией позвоночника. Предлагаю сейчас вместе с вами сделать хороший...
Now we're going to focus on stretching these muscles with a slight rotation of the spine. I suggest that you should take a deep breath now. Put up your hands. In doing so, you are raising your lungs. Please pay attention that I'm putting my hands beyond my ears.
Ротируйте корпус снаружи.
If it's very difficult for you, bend your elbows a little bit.
На каждую из сторон. Работаем. Вдох. Выдох. Вдох. Вдох.
When inhaling, bend your elbows outside. When exhaling, bring them back.
4 повторения. Хорошо, еще. 2. И последний вдох.
Do 8 repetitions on each side. Put up your hands and set back your shoulders smoothly.
Теперь то же самое предлагаю повторить.
Now I suggest that you should do the same again on the other side. Take a deep breath and raise your chest again. Now smoothly move your left hand. Inhaling deeply, put your hands to the sides.
И прям толкайте корпус, почувствуйте, вот оно идет. Натяжение между...
You should push your hand. Feel the tension of the intercostal muscles.
Опустили руки. Расслабили плечи, вращайте.
Put your hands down. Relax your muscles.
Хороший протяжный выдох. Восстановили дыхание. Исходное положение: поставьте стопы на ширину тазовых костей.
Take the initial position. Put your hands on the width of the pelvic bones. Imagine you are standing in the water which is up to your knees.
Хороший вдох. Представьте, что с выдохом вы зачерпываете руками ладонями воду.
The bright sun was shining and the blue sky was right above you. Imagine that when exhaling, you scooped the water with your hands and splashed it. Let's do it 8 times.
Во время вдоха не сместите себя так, как будто вы обнимаете, а выдох толкните грудь вперед.
Now, together with me, when you breathe, hug yourself and push your chest forward.
Вместе со мной. Вдох, выдох, вдох, выдох, вдох.
Look, I'm focusing on great pectoral muscles and the front delta. Push your chest forward. Move your blades to the center.
Выдох. И последний вдох, выдох. Последний вдох, выдох. Когда вот, например, вы, если даже заболели, то обязательно нужно...
When you're sick, you should restore your motor activity
Нужно гонять кровь по телу, да?
because the blood needs to circulate well in your body.
Вируса, даже после, не знаю, пневмонии легочной, не вызванной
After coronavirus or pneumonia, you have to focus on the lungs. You will recover more quickly.
потому что это
But most importantly, you can't work out with the same intensity as before. You have to readjust your training.
возвращаться в ту интенсивность, в которой вы привыкли раньше работать. Вы уже сейчас по-новому должны выстраивать тренировочный процесс.
In the next episode, Kseniya will show you the second set of exercises. According to the tradition, we end our episode with the video of the week. Today we're going to Peru, where a bulldog called Otto has won the hearts of local people. The dog skateboards skillfully, and his skills were deservedly recorded in the Guinness World Records. The bulldog has ridden through the longest tunnel in Peru.